Hi everyone. So I'm in an inspired mood today to talk about random things that's in my head, and I just wanna um, give some inspiration to. When I started my attempt to go back to the BPO industry, I have a lot of fears, especially how I didn't really do well on two of my previous call center experiences. So I thought, since in two times it did not work, I didn't want to try again. But as what my trainer told me in VXI, she told me there is always a second chance in life. Just because you made a mistake before doesn't mean that it's already over. I have a lot of mental health issues, which I will not disclose unless if we hit it off through private messages. I don't want you to think that I'm just wanting to make people pity me. But I have a severe mental illness that requires me to take medications. So, what I want to say is that do not make excuses why you can't do something. Change your mindset. Find ways for you to overcome whatever challenges that you've gotten. Like me, um, aside from no solid work experiences prior to VXI and being an English teacher, it took me in 2018 of basically being a NEET. A NEET is when you stay at home, you don't go out, all you do is video games. I literally had severe mental health issues, which did make it hard for me to get out of my shell. But once I went to psychotherapy, my psychotherapy in better steps, basically, my psychologist told me that you should make SMART goals, which means you have to make actionable goals into small steps. So I took it one step at a time, finishing college, finding work online, and realizing that the call center industry is not the only job that I could do. So he helped me. I became a writer online for a mental health website. I do freelancing on the side. Then I became an ESL teacher online for almost 3 years. Um, I basically did what I could until I decided to resign so I can find a higher paying job, which is in VXI Makati. I never really had solid work experiences before, so I did not know if I could do sales. But what I do know is that I have a deep desire to form connections, make people smile, and help them. So I just applied in VXI Makati and they responded really fast. And it was so smooth that I just enjoyed the process when I was interviewed for the final interview. She made me do is that I have to sell a phone plan to someone that could avail a phone plan in a different company. And afterwards, I had to read a bill, any kind of bill, and explain it to them. Because the MSS account is mobility, sales, and services. Is that they sell and they help any concerns related to postpaid phone plans like monthly plans from Globe or Smart. So that's the account I'm in, and I didn't really know anything about selling. I didn't know if I want to do it or not, but I did it. even if it's shifting schedule and not weekends off, because for the fact that it pays well, it pays great. The people that I'm with in VXI Makati, I'm from Wave 6B, and we're the first batch that our trainer Peach handled. I really learned and grew a lot from her. And still never forget when our training ended and we're going to get endorsed into production, that she told me my performance is like a slap to her face, that I'm able to pass training and can do my job. It made me realize to never limit ourselves in our self-limiting beliefs and self-pity, and to always look for a way to overcome our problems, and that we are never alone. If one person did it, um, there's a great chance that you can do it too. But if you can't, you will not start from scratch. You will learn from experience. And what I realized during my job in VXI is that as much as I really love the account, I grew to love it. I realized there are the non-negotiable things, which means there are things that I do not want, and I learned what I want in a job as well. I learned that my non-negotiables is being able to afford my medications. Because, my family cannot afford medications anymore. I need an HMO, a good HMO plan that I could give to my parents, my aging parents, so they can retire and I can take care of them. Also learned my non-negotiable is that I do not want to sell anymore. I don't like the pressure of selling. I'd rather help a customer. So that's it. If ever you're going to start a job, that is only when you will realize what you want and what you do not want to do, and that you should be open to failing, because by failing, that is when you will realize what will work for you and what won't work. Like, say for me, as an example, I've never had a relationship. If it's in real life, online, I've had a lot. And because of a lot of failed relationships I've had online, I realized what my negotiable and non negotiable requirements when it comes to having a lover is. Non negotiable requirements with a lover is that I'd prefer someone that do not overthink what I do. I'd rather have someone carefree and relaxed. If ever he's the sort of person to overthink, I'd rather not have him be emotional based on how I react to him. I'd rather have a guy or a girl. I'm bisexual. Yeah, I'm bisexual. So yeah, I'd rather have a person that knows that whatever I do, it's in good faith. That they should be the sort of person that is not paranoid as well. And I prefer someone that is not too emotional. I'd rather have someone that even if you do not talk every day, the relationship will not change. Because I am a huge introvert, I mostly just spend my time alone. Non-negotiable requirements and negotiable requirements, I realize what I want. That's how life is. I mean, it's I'd rather take a chance and fail, because I will learn what I want and do not want, than get into something that I'm sure of how I can perform, but I will not grow as a person. Yeah, my technique and my tip is that regardless of how you want to live your life, it's really up to you what you will do. And do not, it's good to not rely on the experiences of others and just take it heads on. Never know what you want and what you can do unless if you try. It's good to know what your negotiable and non-negotiable requirements is. So again, my tip for all the newbies in the call center industry is that do not ever limit yourself. Do not rush your learning process, because we all have different timing, pace, and learning curves. What you should do, take trust the learning process, and that at some point have faith that you can overcome the challenges. And if you fail, you'll realize what you want and do not want the next time that you're going to be in a company, any sort of company. As I said, I do not have good work experience, but VXI gave me a chance. And I never expected to even pass production and training, but I did it. And now I'm in another company as well. I took a chance, even if I don't really know anyone working from in Legato, that I can do it because I have more confidence now based on what my trainers had taught me. So do not be afraid, always try, and do not take failures to heart. So yeah, I talk too much. I hope that um, you can take the things that I've said to heart, and that if you need motivation, just feel free to message me or comment down below. I will respond to you, okay? So yeah, um, hope that if you're looking for a sign, any sign to try being in a call center industry, try it. I mean, if I did it, I'm not even technically a high school grad or college graduate in the conventional way. If I can do it, you can do it too.